In this lecture, we will be talking about International Human Resource Management (IHRM). Since we are using here the international word, and we already know that human resource management basically it's an integral and vital part of any organization. So, first we would be discussing briefly on the international business. Then, so that the concept of international human resource management becomes reasonable and easy to understand. In international business, there are there are few concepts that need to be understood. There are types of international organizations that are international corporations, multinational corporations, global corporations, and transnational corporations. These are basically the businesses, or we can say the types of international businesses that exist in today's global environment. International corporations, they are said to be international when a domestic firm builds its capacity or it enhances its existing capability to penetrate overseas markets. The examples could include Honda, General Electric, Procter& and Gamble. Second is multinational corporations. Multinational corporations have operating units in terms of subsidiaries located in foreign countries. Subsidiary functions are an autonomous body or unit. Examples could include Shell, Philips, and Xerox. Global corporations is the third concept. It maintains controls over its worldwide operations, subsidiaries through centralized home office. They treat the entire world as a single market. So it could be quite confusing between the multinational and global corporations. These two differ in terms of control. As we can see in multinational corporations, subsidiaries function as an autonomous unit, whereas global corporations are they are treated or function or being controlled by the central home headquarter or office. Examples include Ferrari, for example, a corporation or brand. The fourth one is transactional corporation, provides autonomy to the independent country operations, but brings these operations together into an integrated whole through the network structure. They combine the local responsiveness of MNCs, multinational corporations, and the efficiency of global corporations. The examples include Coca-Cola and Unilever. In other words, simply we can understand this concept by an example of Coca-Cola. For example, Coca-Cola in USA is compositioning is different than other parts of the world, and let's say in USA, Australia, Malaysia, India, Pakistan, the Coca-Cola composition and taste are quite different. They are adjusted with the traditional culture or environment of the people or the consumers. So now, what are the reasons that encourage global organizations to develop international HR strategies? Global is the answer is global competition and differences in organizational environment across nations. Since the business is an international activity and it involves human resource as the best resource globally, so therefore international human resource management becomes an essential subject to talk about or to understand. So the international human resource management can be defined as the internationalization of businesses and the problems arising out of that regarding the human resource management, strategies, policies, and best practices which firms pursue in response to internationalization process. International human resource management is the management of human resource in business operations in at least two nations or more. So here we can see the differences between IHR and domestic HR, or we can mention HRM. IHRM addresses broad range of HRM activities internationally, issues related to employees belonging to more influence more than one nation, and it involves a greater volume of human resource management, personal life of employees, which we will be discussing about how it involves personal life of employees in international human resource management versus or compared to the domestic HR. Further, greater exposure to risk is involved in international uh, assignments and has to manage several external factors such as government, regulations of foreign country, culture, or environment, which is might be lacking in the domestic human resource management. Since we are talking about the factors that might affect the IHRM, these include political environment and the cultural environment. Political or legal environment also is an important element that might affect the international human resource management, since the stability or instability of legal and political systems are important. Legal procedures are established and must be followed. And the differences in the laws of various nations, that is, if the organization is going global or international, the effects of business activities, and it also affects the delivery of products and services in a foreign country. If there is a difference between law of the second country or the market country. The factor that we talked about, cultural factor, in this Hofstede's five dimensions of culture are very important. Here, individualism and collectivism is discussed, where it basically describes the strength or the orientation of the nation. Individual, individualism is basically the more selfish or mean or oriented towards oneself as compared to collectivism, which is oriented towards togetherness and collectively working together as a team. It is more of a collective approach in terms of society, in terms of working, in terms of behaving in a society, versus individualism, uh, separate or being alone or being individual in a society. In USA, for example, comes under the individualism society versus uh, culture of Pakistan falls in the collectivism approach and orientation. The second is power distance culture. Power distance culture concerns the way culture deals with the unequal distribution of power and defines the amount of inequality that is normal. In power distance culture, basically the employees or subordinates are feel very difficulty in approaching the immediate, even the immediate boss. That is, the power is totally solely allocated uh, or restored to the authority or the boss, whereas the employees just work as slaves rather than integrated part of the team or organization. So power distance is basically the difference of the communication or the power distribution between the employee, subordinates, or and the boss and authority. Uncertainty avoidance is the third section of the third dimension of the culture. Describes how cultures handle the fact that the future is unpredictable. Let's say again an example of USA and let's say Pakistan. In Pakistan, due to higher rate of uncertainty in the society that exists in our culture, in this culture, so the uncertainty avoidance is lacking here. Whereas in USA, uncertainty is less as compared to the Asian culture or Pakistan culture, where in USA they they are less tend to avoid uncertainty. They are more formal versus the Asian culture, which where they are more informal. So informality brings in the uncertainty, and the formality brings in the certainty. The fourth one is masculinity and femininity. This emphasizes a culture places on practices or qualities that have traditionally been considered masculine or feminine. This basically in masculine, uh, more formal, rigid sort of organizational structure exists, whereas femininity it gives a leverage and compassionate and empathy is involved. Fifth one dimension is the long-term and short-term orientation. Basically, these are normal and understood in the planning section. Long-term society-oriented society suggests whether the focus of cultural values is on the future, long-term, or short-term, or that is in the past or at present. Now we will be moving on to the IHRM functions or practices: international staffing, pre-departure training, repatriation, performance management, and compensation issues in international assignments. Moreover, the objectives basically of IHR is to, or normal HR is to recruit, uh, allocate, and utilize. So in that term, how it is going to be in the international human resource management that we will be discussing here. These are some criteria that we can assess an individual that we are moving in an external subsidiary or hiring in the person in the host country. That these are the concepts that we will be talking about in detail later on. But here we can see that the candidates can be assessed on these criteria in IHRM. International recruitment approaches refers to the process of selecting employees for staffing international operations of an multinational corporation. The ethnocentric approach, polycentric, region-centric, and geocentric approach. In the ethnocentric approach, under this approach, multinational corporations at their headquarters formulate a mission, objectives, important decisions for the subsidiaries and expect the subsidiaries to implement them and report back to all functional managers at the headquarters level. So therefore, the resources are related to HR for subsidiaries from its own country or the country where headquarters are situated. Ethnocentric, in other terms, is simply hiring employees from the uh, country where the organization actually belongs to. For example, if a company is situated in a local context and it is being internationalized, and you are sending the employees from your country to the, uh, the, the international country or country X or Y, this process, this approach is said to be ethnocentric, and the people that you are sending over there are called as expatriates. The terminology, this is the terminology that we will be talking about later on in further slides. Moreover, when a company follows a strategy of choosing only from the citizens of the parent company to work in host country, that is called ethnocentric approach. These are few advantages and disadvantages of an ethnocentric approach. Second is polycentric approach. In multinational corporations, under this approach treats each subsidiary as an independent company and decentralizes almost all the operations and delegates decision-making authority to its existing executives. These executives formulate the strategy based on the mission and vision of subsidiary, design products based on the host environment. Multinational corporation sources prospective employees, including senior managers for subsidiaries from the host country and national or local nationals. Example, Coca-Cola, for example, if it is operating in any other country, these people are hired in from that local country. This is opposite of ethnocentric, where people were expatriated from the uh, local culture or local nation of that organization where it actually belongs to. But here, the employees are hired from the host country. Here are some of the advantages and disadvantages of polycentric approach. The third one is geocentric approach, where under this approach, the entire world is just like a single country for multinational corporations, such as the global corporation and it is also known as global approach, where all employees can apply and the competent employee would be hired. These are the advantages of the geocentric. The fourth one is also known as this exists, which is also called as a regional-centric approach. This is more prominent in the United Nations, different organizations or the NGOs that are working in the market in the country they are serving in. They could be serving. This concept applies of multinational corporations that are serving in specifically focusing a region. For example, the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, that includes a certain number of countries. There are some advantages of regional-centric approach as well. Now we would be talking about the pre-departure training for international assignments to make it easier for the employee to assume job responsibility and be effective in a foreign country as soon as possible. To facilitate culture adoption as quick and as effectively as possible, three elements of training development are involved here, which include the language training, cultural training, and managing personal and family life. So, before performance, for the performance management in international assignments, there could be a list of, there could be a large list for the performance management, but the main are uh, compensation package, task assignment, the expect rate, headquarters support, environment, and the cultural adjustment. Repatriation is a terminology that is used in IHRM, where it is the process of bringing an expatriate home after he or she has completed the international assignment. Organizations can follow three practices regarding repatriation: create knowledge and develop a global leadership skills, ensure that candidates have cross-cultural skills to match their technical abilities, prepare people to make the transition back to their home offices effectively. Furthermore, examples of expatriate compensation involve home leave and travel allowances, children's education allowance. These are the personal benefits that we discussed in earlier slides, that how IHRM can uh, include personal life of an employee or an individual. These are the factors that might affect personally to an employee and might ease to perform its assignment in international environment. So we conclude here, as the organizations have gone global in their operations, the impact of cultural differences as well as workforce issues have caught the attention of human resource managers. As the world becomes boundaryless, the ability to work in a cross-cultural environment becomes valuable asset for any executive of any corporation or any industry. Understanding, managing, and even exploiting these cultural differences could well spell the differences between success and failure in civil businesses situated, civil business situations and situated in different locations of the world.